What's up YouTube? For tonight's video, we have a full best dual type Pokemon team. Now these are the best dual type Pokemons in my personal opinion. This was the highest voted theme team for the PIMPNITE community tab. Thank you to all the people that voted. Now in this one, I'm also not including legendaries and mythicals as well. But really, what do you think is the best dual type Pokemon? Leave your opinions in the comment section. Am I right? Am I wrong? Put it below. I want to hear those opinions and salt flow. Now, the Discord people, that's in the description. If you do want to battle me, I take battles there at a random time every day. Plus, it's just a big community as well. Lots of things to do there. Anyone is welcome. Now, we have a battle against Flag for the win. This was on my Discord. So we have a Pikachu lead. It's going to go for the fake out on my Mawile. Also, guys, if you enjoyed these theme teams, leave a like on the video. Let's see if we can shoot for half a like. So I'm going to get the fake out. Now, I thought they may go for the Volt Tackle there, so I'm going to go into my Doublade expecting a physical attack. However, they're going to hit me with a special attack, so that's going to do over half my health. I didn't really want to swap much into the Pikachu, so I kind of had to let my Doublade go down here. I was actually going to go for the rest, but that didn't happen, and down goes my Doublade. So that kind of sucked. I didn't want to really sack any of my other Pokemon either. So I thought, let's go into turn 8. This will be a fresh swap in. So now we got the Pikachu going for the knockoff. That's going to knock off my Salac Berry. Now on this, I went for the Flame Charge. Now this was a physical set. It actually worked quite well in a lot of situations. So on this one, we've got Bulk Up, Flame Charge, Dragon Claw, and Endure. Max Attack and Max Speed. Obviously, the ability is Shell Armor. Now, the idea is to get as many Bulk Ups as possible and then go for the Flame Charge. And then you can, if there's really speedy Pokemon around, you can go for Endure, get another boost there in your speed. However, I'm going to take out the Pikachu, but I'm going to get paralyzed by the static, so that wasn't too good. However, Pikachu goes down. That's good. I beat a Pikachu and Pokemon. So the next Pokemon that we've got is the Cheeky Monkey. Nothing like a cheeky monkey. So now it's going to go for the return on my Turtonator, and that's going to be enough to take me out. So I got to get past this Pokemon. So I thought, well, this would be a good opportunity to send back in my Mawile. Now, this was the Choice Specs Mawile. On this Mawile set, it worked pretty nicely. I've got the Flash Cannon, Ice Beam, Focus Mist, and Grass Knot. Now, Sheer Force and Choice Specs work really nice together. It makes its absolutely appalling special attack, like, average. So go for the Focus Mist. It hits, takes out the Cheeky Monkey. That was good. I was glad to get rid of that Pokemon. So we start to even the battle up now, and we've got Hedwig coming out. And there's not really much I can do to Hedwig here with a Focus Mist Choice Specs. So I've got to swap out, and now I'm going to go into my Spiritomb. So this Spiritomb set, we've got Dank Pulse, Will-O-Wisp, Pain Spit, Almost Wind. I put Will-O-Wisp on there because I was going in the UU tier, so I kind of needed that on my team. We also got the Rocky Helmet as the item. Max health and max special defense. So now we got that going for the Leaf Blade. It's going to do a lot of damage with a critical hit. Laser focus in the crit with the Leaf Blade. I'm going to get off the Will-O-Wisp. Thank goodness that one did not miss, because I had a couple of instances I was going for a Will-O-Wisp and I missed. It always seems to... I'm going to call it Willow-Miss from now. So now we got the Decidueye going for the Leaf Blade. That's going to be enough to take out the Spiritomb. Once again, Doublade would have been nice there, but it still would have had something like Spirit Shackle. So that's... I was kind of looking back on if I sacked it too early, but it didn't really make it too much of a difference. So now going into my Mawile, it's going to go for another Laser Focus. I was like, that's good. I'm not going to take any damage here. I'm going to go for the Sheer Force, Ice Beam, Choice Specs Mawile, and Hedwig is going to get KO'd by Voldemort, or whoever KO'd it. I forgot who. I think it was one of those Death Eaters. So now we've got, we still got 3 Pokemon remaining. We've got the Emperor coming out, which is the Empoleon. Now, I can't do anything to this with Choice Specs Ice Beam, so I've got to swap out. They're probably guessing that I'm running a choice set at this point in the game. So going into my Kingdra, this Kingdra was like super scummy, but I didn't really get very lucky with it in like all the battles I did. Anyway, so Empoleon's going to go for the Surf. It really can't touch me too much at all. So now we've got the Empoleon swapping out, and we got the Majestic Bird coming in, which is a Togekiss. I was like, okay, I got to do some damage to this. So go for the scummy Octazooka. Now, Octazooka has a 50% chance of dropping the opponent's accuracy, right? Now, I've got on this one, I've got Dragon Breath to paralyze the opponent, and I've also got Twisted to flinch him as well. So you can see where the set is going. I've also got Bright Powder as the item as well, so it's complete scum. Anyway, so we got the Togekiss, well, another quite a scummy Pokemon too. Now I'm going to get the Octazookas up. Now this usually has like Air Slash and just flinches, and it was nice to actually get past a few of them. I dodge a Dazzling Gleam there, which is beautiful. I was like, Can I actually take out this Togekiss with these Octazookas and it won't land a single attack against me? I've hit 4 accuracy drops in a row. Unfortunately for me, it's going to go off the Dazzling Gleam and down goes Kingdra. So I was so close. All right, so we got 2 Pokemon remaining, but I got a good Pokemon right to see if I can, get back into this game and maybe go for a late game sweep. So Togekiss is on its last legs, and I'm going to go for the Cross Poison and take it out there. So that's good. Now this Drapion was definitely the best Pokemon on the team. It worked rather nicely. There was a little bit of luck base to it, so even without the luck, it still worked rather nicely. So we got on this one Normalium Z Acro Pressure, right? Now what Normalium Z Acro Pressure does, it boosts the critical hit ratio and boosts a random stat by 2 stages that isn't already at max, right? So we've got Night Slash, Cross Poison, and Earthquake. And with Sniper is the ability, so quite a good set. So go for the Acro Pressure there. Hoping I can get something good and get it actually, which sucks. So now we got the Empoleon and go for a Steel Wing here. I'm like, oh, that's not going to do too much. I've got a nice base defense. I know that I can live another one. So now going for the Earthquake on the Empoleon, and unfortunately for me here, it doesn't get a critical hit. It definitely would have taken out there if it was a crit because the Sniper Boost would have kicked in. Now the Empoleon's going to have a weakness policy. Oh my goodness, and now it's going to go for a Surf. I'm like, nah, my Drapion is not going to live that one. So that critical hit miss on the Empoleon was, that changed the entire game there. So down goes my Drapion, and the only Pokemon I've got left there is my Mawile. So I've got to lock myself into Focus Mist to take this one out. All of my other moves are not going to do anything to it. Thankfully, I actually outspeed that one, and Focus Mist does land, taking out the Empoleon. Now, unfortunately for me, their last Pokemon resisted Focus Mist, as it was a Espeon. So I have to go for Focus Blast. There's nothing else I can do. However, they've got Psychic too, but, Mawile's special defense isn't that great either. And, I nearly called that Eevee. Espeon's special defense is actually pretty good, and my special attack is dreadful. So that's pretty much game. I hope you guys enjoyed that one. Definitely that salty note, it gives it a good chance for crit, but, it's not 100%. So obviously when you crit, Sniper, the Sniper ability kicks in and you get another boost in the damage. So I was hoping for that, and that would have been enough to take out the Empoleon, but it didn't happen. I'm so salty. And now we got the Espeon going for the Psyshock, finish me off. So Psychic and Psyshock. Got to make sure you're a mixed sweeper. Right, hope you guys enjoyed this first battle, and let's get on to the second one. Now, I do have a very funny bonus battle at the end, so make sure you stick around for the whole video. This was a battle against Victoria. We have a dumb Maniton lead, and I've got my Mawile. So this probably was the worst matchup in the history of Pokemon, but I had to swap out here. I was fearing like a Flare Blitz or anything like that. So going into my Turtonator, which is going to eat up those nice fire attacks, or the U-turn. I expected one or the other, but I didn't really want to lose my Mawile so early on in the game. Alright, so the Dumb Mansion is going to swap out due to the U-turn, and we've got the Leviator. It's going to alleviate my pain. Now it's going to drop my attack with the Intimidate. Now, since I was running a physical set, I had to swap out here too. There was nothing I could do. So now going into my Double, I was hoping I could get Toxic up against this thing, and now we got the Gyarados going for the Dragonite. So I was like, oh my god, this team's not really cut out to face these sort of things. I do have my Spiritomb with Will-O-Wisp, so that was the only thing I was thinking of. But now we got the Gyarados Digivolving into Mega Gyarados, and I was like, no, I've got to go for Toxic. I've got to get some sort of status up. Otherwise, it's going to just wreck my entire team. So now we've got the Mold Breaker, obviously, as the ability, and it's going to go for the Crunch. So I've got max health and max defense on this. That's the only reason why I took that Crunch. They even get a defense drop there. Not that it really mattered too much. It's a 2-hit KO. So thankfully, the Toxic doesn't miss. So now this is the problem, right? This thing was, Mega Evolved. It had a Dragonite up. I really had to try and work around it. What its moves at. So I know it's going to have Waterfall. I know that it's going to have Crunch. So I thought, well, let's go into Spiritomb here. I'm quite confident it can take a Crunch. I've got Rocky Helmet as the item too, so that'll be some extra damage on top of that too. See if we can get that Toxic racking up nicely. So now we've got the Mega Gyarados going for the Crunch. Still does a lot of damage to me. I only take that because I'm very, very bulky in my stats and EVs. So we've got some extra Rocky Helmet damage. It really isn't enough here. So I'm thinking, I've got to just leave Spiritomb in for some Rocky Helmet damage. There's nothing I can do there. I get some more, and we get the Toxic damage racking up a little bit more. So the thing about that was I took incredible damage on my Duo Blade, and I had to sacrifice my Spiritomb too. So that's nearly 2 Pokemon I had to sacrifice. So now, if you do remember when I mentioned earlier, my Turtonator actually does have Endure, so I thought I might be able to work around the Gyarados with Endure. However, they're going to swap out. They don't want any of those toxic stalling games, and we've got the Umbreon coming in. So going for the Flame Charge on the Umbreon, doesn't do too much. I thought this might be a good opportunity to get some bulk ups up. However, I know Umbreon does carry foul play, so as soon as I start setting them up, I want to like actually do some damage. So we got the Umbreon go for the Toxic. So it normally has like, you know, Toxic, Wish, Protect, Moonlight, Foul Play. You know, that's normally this moves that it runs. So it's got the Toxic up on me. Not that it really matters too much. I just want to see if I can get as much damage off against the Umbreon as possible, and then maybe bring something into that Revenge Kill. So going for the Dragon Claw. It does pretty good damage. I'm happy with that. However, the Umbreon's going to have a berry, which sucks, which is going to be the Citrus Berry. So that's kind of unfortunate. Not most of the time it has leftovers. So now I have the Umbreon go for the Foul Play, making it quite useful of my bulk ups. I'm going to definitely go down the next turn. There's nothing I can do here. I may as well get as much damage off as possible. So go for another Dragon Claw. They're going to go for the heal bell instead. So they're going to heal up that Toxic from the Mega Gyarados earlier on. So I was like, oh crap. Now I don't have Spiritomb to Rocky Helmet stall. This could become a problem. So now Turtonator is literally on its last legs now, getting my Salac Berry boost up there for a little bit of extra speed. Not that it really mattered too much because I was already faster. So now going for the Dragon Claw, hoping I can take this out. And I took it out. I was like, yes, that's good. I finally got around that bulky Umbreon. Turtonator's going to go down to the Toxic damage, but that was a good trade-off. The only bad thing there was the Mega Gyarados getting that Toxic heal. So now, going into my Doublade, which is on a little bit of health, hoping the Gyarados would actually come out, but it didn't. We have the Darmanitan. So here I was thinking, gee, there wasn't much I could really swap into here. Like, a couple of my Pokemon were actually weak to Darmanitan, so I took the hit on my Doublade, and it's going to go down there. It's going to 5 punch instead of Flare Blitz. Alright, so I've got Drapion. Now, this Drapion, as you guys know, was the MVP of this team, the Acro Pressure set. So I'm going to go for my Z Acro Pressure here. Now, I was hoping I could get, man, if I could get the Z Acro Pressure and an attack boost, that'd be like so amazing. Now, on this set, I ran Max Attack and Max Speed. I had Jolly Nature as well. Definitely important to run Jolly on Drapion. So go for the Z Acro Pressure on the Darmanitan. And I get accuracy rise again. Like, I kept getting accuracy so much. Now we got the Darmanitan going for Earthquake itself against Drapion. Drapion's pure bulk allowed me to live that one, and now I'm going to be able to free attack against this Darmanitan. So going for the Earthquake on the Darmanitan, hoping I got a crit in. Obviously it wasn't 100%, but I really needed the crit, and I did. Darmanitan is going to go down. So that was so good there. I had very little remaining to actually deal with that thing. So we finally got a second Pokemon down. I'm slowly getting back into this game. So we've got the Mega Gyarados here. It's got the obviously it's got the Mold Breaker. I'm going to go for the Cross Poison here to take this out. I do outspeed, and that's going to be enough to take out the Mega Gyarados. So we actually the Mega Gyarados, people. I just imagine like Gary's head on it. So now we got a pretty even match, man. I've clawed my way back into this. I wish I used Shadow Claw then. And now we've got the Dust Storm coming in. So I've got Night Slash on this one. I'm even thinking without a crit, this is going to do heavy damage. I was worried about Shadow Sneak, though. However, they're not going to have Shadow Sneak, or they did. Obviously, they didn't have it, and the crit is going to take out the Dusknoir there. So that was really good. We got 2 Pokemon remaining, and this next one is the Klefki, the Boo Boo Keys. So the best I could do against this was to go for the Earthquake. They're going to go for the Thunder Wave. It's going to fail. Now, a lot of people still use this every now and then. If you do use like a Prankster status move against a Dark type, it will always fail. So that's a new like nerf that was brought into the game. So anyway, we got the Boo Boo Keys eating that berry and getting lots of its health back. Which is the Citrus Berry. So I can go for the Earthquake here. Now, since it used up its turn before going for the Prankster Thunder Wave, I can go for the Earthquake against the Klefki, and that's going to be enough to take it out. Even if that Thunder Wave did work, I don't think it would have been too much of a problem. I mean, the last 2 Pokemon weren't exactly what you call fast, right? So the last Pokemon is the Dunsparce. I'm just going to go for Earthquake again with the Dunsparce. It's a fairly bulky Pokemon too, but since I had those crit rates, I was like, I want to see if I can take this out in one shot with Earthquake. I got so close to taking it out, and that's going to be the Dunsparce going for its Z move. Now, I'm going to try and get a sweep with this Drapion set. It shouldn't be too hard. If I get the right Acro Pressure set, I'll go for a sweep this week, and I'm very confident I can get that. So it's a lot better set than some of the usual ones that I run, right? And if I do get like even if I get a speed boost or even an attack boost, that'd be amazing. So now we've got the Dunsparce, the god himself, going for a Z move. I think that might have been like Z Headbutt, and that is going to take out my Drapion. Now I've got my Kingdra left, and I've got my Mawile left. So going into my Mawile, And now I can go for the Focus Miss to take out the Dunsparce. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the game. Hope you enjoyed both these battles. Make sure you stick around for the bloopers and the bonus battle. They are very, very funny. I think I'll catch you guys tomorrow. I'm sorry about the later upload tonight. Peace.